All right, as we went off while I was trying to respond some of the questions. One of the questions was to do with managing time between employment and business. I said that you'll never have enough time on you as a business owner, as well as an employee. And that's why you need to see how to create time. And that's why you see some of us run some businesses via our evenings and via weekend. I have also businesses where I employ other people to run, and what I do is basically supervision, but the business is running even when I'm not actually physically there. And that's why you see some of the systems that I've taken you through are very important, even when you're setting up your business, and also finding a model that works for you. You might start it by working, let's say, evenings and weekend. You may choose to employ somebody. You may choose to work with a partner who also has interest in the same business. But at the end of the day, you're finding ways to start. Because like I said, we'll never have that comfortable time to actually get kick-started. And that's why it's very important for us to know that the best time to start is now. Start small, okay? Even if you're serving, let's say, 5 customers in a month, they're enough. As long as they are bringing a revenue that is higher than your costs, you're on good progress, because that customer will tell another customer and so on. So leverage on the systems and see how to run the business even alongside your work. If you're working with somebody, there are some employers that are a bit flexible, okay? For example, let's say my employer, I'm able to work from home, so I don't have to spend a lot of time in jam, and I don't have to spend, let's say, I'm able to have my weekends without any challenge. So I have that time on me. Sometimes you find employers who can allow you work, let's say, 2 days in a week, and then the rest of the days you have them, okay? But there are different businesses models that you can run even without having to leave your job, or even with the Monday to Friday and 9 to 5, and it can be successful for you. As long as you put the right structures, you can manage. Even some of these people, you can manage them there from at work. Sometimes somebody calls you and says, I'm ordering this. You say, my boy is at home. You just call the border guy and say, deliver this thing to them, and they'll get them. Like I said, start with a single product and see how it works for you. The other question that also you asked in that regard was to what stage to formalize. Now, like I said, it's better for you to formalize immediately after you've validated your idea, okay? And by validating your idea, I mean you've done all the analysis and it's a profitable idea. Now, why did I say it's good to formalize early? Is because you want to make sure that the brand name that you're running with is a legal name. Already, you've secured that from, let's say, URA and so on, and Uganda Registration Bureau. Reason why it's very important is because you're not just going to run a business of, I'm selling shoes, somebody comes and buys. I want you to run a business that has a foundation of a brand in it. That if somebody, and I want you to just look around after even this program, look around and see that businesses that are thriving, the reason why you buy from certain, let's say, shops or certain fuel stations is because of their brands. So yours should not be just to sell fuel. Imagine there was a fuel station and they're actually there, where they don't have any name. And I want you that if you're driving, you first hold yourself back before you actually buy from this petrol station, because there's no identity to them. So you don't just open up your business and do the buying and selling. Create a brand. Even if you're serving only 5 customers, your brand will continuously grow. Now, you want your brand to continuously grow when it is growing on a registered business, okay? And at the end of the day also, opportunities keep coming. Today, I'm working in an organization. I'm like, there's somebody who wants us to supply us maybe stationery or these commodities. And they'll ask you, are you a registered business? And you say, I'm not registered. So as long as you validate your idea, register your business, and it doesn't cost you. Registration of a business does not cost you more than, let's say, 500,000 or 1 million, let's say, per se. The registration costs, especially for the Ugandan registrations, are only based on your capital. And you can declare, let's say, capital of, let's say, 1 million, and you pay stamp duty of 5% of the 1 million is about 50,000 sort of. And the other costs will be involve somebody who can do for you the registration, but they will not charge you more than 500,000. But you know that you have a legitimate business. But also, when somebody looks at that business and you registered it some time back, it builds more authenticity because you're not just starting out. Yet for you just registered this business. Okay. So that was one of the other questions that you asked. Now the other question, I think I've answered the three ones. The other question was I think from I think it was from Ziada, okay, who talked about her having ideas but failing to start. Now, like you've indicated, this session has been insightful to many of you. And in many cases, we feel inspired and we feel like we are now going to start, but we've actually failed to start. Now, for me, what I usually do some of these things is, what I do is you don't have to have it all for you to start. You used to say, what business do I want to start? Now, for example, Aziada, what business idea have you thought about? And I want us to see what we can start exactly. Just give me one idea.
Selling men's shirts.
Okay, very, very, very good. So thank you. So with that, what I'll basically do is, now you don't have to import directly at the start. What I'll do is, let's say I'll get to, let's say, to town, maybe Chikubo, wherever it is. You get where they sell these shirts in wholesale, or if you don't know, you're able to ask some of these. You just walk into some of the shops and say, I want to buy in large quantities, and then they're able to help you, direct you to where you can buy, and then you're able to know how much do they sell. Now, you also don't want to start with a lot of capital in these shirts because you've not yet found a good market for them. So yours is to go and see, can I buy a dozen? And buy this dozen in its own. Now, after you've bought this dozen, yours is to get down and say, so who are my target people? Even before you buy the dozen, which kind of shirts are you buying? Are you buying casual shirts? Are you buying office shirts? Whatever you want to choose to. So buy something that falls under your category. And next thing you do, you have this WhatsApp status. Yours is just take pictures and say, guys, I have shirts. Okay. Now, all that you're doing is you're validating your idea to see, will people really buy shirts? Will somebody really be interested in shirts? You start from the people. I know most of you keep on viewing other people's status, but what are your customers seeing on the other side? The next thing that you will do is even use your Facebook timeline. And like I said, you're starting a business and you should have confidence about. The next thing I will do is say, by the guys, I'm selling shirts. I think you've been online and you've seen these posts where they say, post what you're selling, post a product. There's a gentleman I follow called Amos Wekesa. I know most of you know him. You say, put in the comment section your product. So I'll say, I have nice shirts, put pictures on them. And then what I'll do is I'll get a graphic designer to make for me a flyer with shirts. Okay. And along the way, of course, I can also now find a name for now. Remember, you're still in validation. So a name for now, say maybe Ziada shirts or Ziada fashion or men fashion. Okay, whatever you may choose. As simple as that. And outside there, people will see you as somebody who owns this shop of men shirts, but when you actually only have a dozen of these shirts with you.
Hello? Hello? Must be having, again, internet issue. So Ziada, you are the host. Can you continue teaching us?
Carol. Oh, all this is in validating. I thought validating you just mulling over an idea, more like in a business proposal.
What did he say?
Carol, what do you think?
No, I think validating is quite somebody's bad.
Caroline, you
Like
can
you
share
go down
about
and do
validating.
the actual.
No, I think, okay, what I understood by the validating is that you have this idea and then you're trying to, you're trying to, I don't know whether it's you who used the word, to mull over it and kind of like say, okay, yes, I have this idea, but which partners am I going to be working with? You know, what are the key activities that are going to be in this idea that I'm doing? What key resources do I need? You know, what kind of customers? Because like you're saying, you might be having so many ideas, but as you're seeing which one to start with, I think the best one would be where you have, you have all these aspects where fit into the box, so that when you're starting with something, at least it is more concrete than the others. Because another one you might find, maybe you don't even know what kind of value proposition you're going to have in comparison to your competitors. Maybe you haven't even found out for a particular idea, which customers are you going to, or customer segment are you going to deal with. It might still be a general one, and you're not yet certain which kind of customer segment you're going to focus on. So you're better off running with an idea where most of those boxes you have been able to, to at least filled in, and it will give you a better, ground to run with.
So you cannot validate like 2-3 ideas.
Then you'll probably pick up, like he had said earlier, it's better to run with one idea first and run well with it, and let people know you for get ground, let people know yes, does shots and she does them well, instead of doing this and then you're doing the snacks, and then you're not able to focus and give your best to this idea and really grow it to make it a brand before you can now go into the others. The others may come in mpola, but at least you're able to run with this particular one majorly.
And know how far you can take it.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much, Carol, for sharing, and Ziada for as well as being able to open up this. I think I would really want to let's say that, like I said, don't start with many ideas. If you've validated one idea and it has worked out and that is your best option, proceed and do implement that idea until when you break even and until you've grown a brand in that idea and you feel you should move to another idea, which should not happen really less than, let's say, 1 year or 2 years, especially when you're running a business. Because you make sure that you're putting some money to this business continuously, so that you don't again have to spread your capital, depending on your capital as well, and also depending on your system. Remember, this business is being run by you. You're the face of the company. So unless you have maybe another staff that you can employ to run this business, I'll give you an example. I run I deal in stationery, so I have a stationery shop, and that one somebody runs it for me. Okay. And then I let's say I'm now running Achievers Professional Trainers, where we teach CPA students and other accountancy courses. That is also a brand on its own, and I know how I run that. I now run the coaching business Bucks Africa in its own capacity as well. But I running all those because each of them have been able to run it at its own pace, and I've been able to develop a model of how it runs. And you'll see that some of the businesses that I run, you'll not see them you not see me promoting them, because I have found a better way to run them, because you want for people to see you in a given in a given category. So for somebody who is working, let's say somebody as the other who wants to start shirts, your validation, like I said, try to sell to 5 customers and see their feedback and see how that helps you. Why Carol also brought in the aspect of value proposition and validating it, and also understanding on who are your partners and so on. You who is selling shirts, you have to ask yourself, are you going to make already made shirts, or are you going to, let's say, make shirts for people? Maybe you want to make these Nigerian shirts for people who want maybe to use them for parties, changing dresses and so on. Or you want to buy already made and resell, okay? And like I said, which kind of shirts? Now, when you're looking at that business, the cover model, you just ask yourself, who are my suppliers? You know, sometimes you excited and say, I'm going to deal in shirts, but when you even don't know who will give you the shirts, okay? And how much will you sell the shirts as well? What costs will you incur? Where are you going to open up a shop for these shirts? Are you going to sell from home? Whatever you want to do. But I would advise you to start as much as small. If I'm starting up a business in shirts, I don't think that you need more than $1 million shilling for you to get started. First, validate your idea and see. If you have enough capital and you have enough, let's say, resources on you, you could open up, let's say, a shop, but make sure that you validated this idea to know that, okay, I'm going to sell shirts. Would they only buy shirts? Would they, what exactly sets me apart from other people who are selling shirts? Because if I'm Samuel, I'm a man, and I want a shirt, why would I choose to buy from Ziada? Why do you have to jump all the shops and say, let me, on Saturday, I'll visit this shop to buy some shirts? What exactly is unique? So I hope that helps. So start as soon as you can, Ziada. I hope that helps you.
We are going to see.
Yeah, I do, and Ziada, one of the things that we want to do with the mentorship program is to hold you accountable as well. We would like to see this going, and I would love to know about your challenges as well, to see how we can help you along the journey. So let's be able to start, because at least along the program, you have this free consultation along your journey, your business journey. So let us utilize it. And we have not only me, but we have Carolines, we have the Mustafas, we have people who have different perspectives. By you just sharing about your product, someone is able to give you feedback. And even as we are customers ourselves, I would love to buy a shirt from you, Ziada, to be able to support your progress. So why not really start? You already have a customer. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes. So that is what I can basically say. It's about just starting, and you start small. You know, sometimes what limits us to start is because we keep on saying, I need a lot of capital, I need to set up a shop, I need to do this, and it takes a lot of time. You may never achieve that. If you're working, start with your network. Start with the male employees that you have there. Tell them, you guys have nice shirts. You get it? And with WhatsApp brought things easier. Starts from your WhatsApp status, starts from inboxing people and say, by the way, how are you doing? It's a long time since I last saw you. By the way, I sell shirts, and you will like them. They are very nice. You're even able to share with them. Some people buy from you definitely to just support you, but then you also continuously grow your brand. And genuinely, people, when I have a wedding and I'm looking for classy shirts, somebody will say, Ziada has nice shirts, and he can even deliver. You get it? And you're able to tap into such a market. So I don't see what could be the reason why you shouldn't really start. You're muted. I can't hear you.
No, I'm saying yes. I'm ready to go.
Yes.
Let's see how far.
Yeah. So do the validation.
My fear of starting.
Yeah. So thank you so much. Yeah. So do we have any other question or anything that I didn't clarify from Carol or Mustafa? But also as well, what we can do, in case there are any follow-up questions, let's use the WhatsApp group to be able to interact, to be able to share. Feel free to ask a question about something that we have finished along the journey, from your reflections and so on. So one of the things that I would love to see from each of you is, I'm going to share that business Canva. I'll actually share a template. Those that have laptops can fill it in. If you don't have, you can maybe print it out and fill it in. I would just love you to see a reflection of your business idea around those different aspects. And let's try to be let's say participative in this, because it helps. And at the end of the day, I want to see that you're able to get value from this program, and we're able to get started. So I will sometimes have to stretch you, but it's the way to go. It's what a coach does. When you come to the field and you're training to play a match, the coach will tell you to make those exercises, because they believe that is what will help you, and you have to agree and bear. So thank you so much, and I wish you all the best.
Excuse
I
me?
look for, yes, please, Mustafa.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. I've addressed the questions. Did you say you're going to share us the PowerPoint presentation and the business template?
Yes. I'm going to share.
Okay.
All right then.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, it's nice having you part of this session. Thank you so much for coming through. And I look forward to us walking this journey of becoming business owners. And please feel free to always reach out for any kind of support. And above all, believe in yourself, and never wait for long to start. Just get started, start with the little you have, and you'll actually get there. So thank you so much, and I wish you all a blessed night.
Thank you. Coach Samuel, just a quick one. Are you going to send the validation template by WhatsApp, or you can do email?
I'm going to send by email. I'm going to actually go, you drop your emails on the WhatsApp group. I'll be able to share that with you.
Yeah, it's easier for me that way.
Okay, fine. Kali.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night. Good night, everyone. Mustafa.
Okay.
Good night, Sarah. Bye.
Good night. Bye.